The color wheel. Well, if you are planning on choosing a color scheme using the color wheel, well, stop until you finish this video. Whatever was said about the color wheel back in school turns out to be a big lie.
What are you saying, man? What are you saying? What is he saying?
Okay, so before you start attacking me in the comment section, we're going to start by knowing what the color wheel is and a brief history about that, and then I will tell you the problem with the color wheel that doesn't make it right and the simplest solution to that. So stick with me. This is School Graphics. Let's dive into this video. Although humans have been mixing pigments to form different colors dating back to nearly 40,000 years ago, however, in the year 1666, Sir Isaac Newton passed white light through a glass prism, and he saw that the glass prism split the white light into different colors of the rainbow. Taking steps further, he put his discoveries into a color wheel. And down the line, other artists have come up with different types of color wheel, but fast forwarding, we have the modern day color wheel. So we have the 3-point color wheel, which consists of the primary colors red, yellow, and blue. And then we have the 6-point color wheel, which consists of the primary colors and secondary colors. And we get the secondary colors by mixing 2 primary colors. And we have the 12-point color wheel, which consists of primary, secondary, and tertiary, and we get the tertiary colors by mixing a primary color and a secondary color. And so far, these are the familiar color wheels that we know. And if you keep on mixing down the line, you get 36, 60 onwards. Okay, so what makes the color wheel fake or scam? What doesn't work with the color wheel that designers need to stay away from? Well, we've all been told that when choosing color schemes from the color wheel, you have to use or you must use the selection principles such as complementary, monochromatic, analogous, tridac, split, complementary, and many more, okay? But whatever principle that you choose, it doesn't work. Okay, so why am I saying this? I told a beginner designer to use the color wheel and theory to choose colors for his designs, and he came back telling me it doesn't work, so it's a scam. He told me when he was going through the principles of selecting colors from the color wheel, he learned that complementary colors, which is colors facing each other on the color wheel, contrast each other. But when you take 2 complementary colors and use them for the designs, they irritate the eye or become unpleasant, as well as the monochromatic color combinations. Okay, so I told him he's right. What he's saying is totally correct. But his problem is basically he doesn't know the properties or the fundamentals of color. According to his claims, he's right. For example, if you choose red and green, of course, they complement each other on the color wheel, but when used, it becomes unpleasant or it irritates the eye. And there are lots of examples you may come across which you may or might end up saying the same thing, that the color wheel doesn't work. Okay, so to start debunking this beginner's mindset about the color wheel, let's start by going through the properties of color. So we have hue, saturation, value, and chroma. So hue is the actual color. Example, red, green, orange, blue, any color. Okay, that's hue. And then we have saturation, which is the intensity of the color. It could be bright or muted. And we have the guy causing the beginner's problem, okay, which is value, and it is the lightness or darkness of a color ranging from black to white. And we have the last one on the list, which is chroma, and it is the purity or how free a color is from gray or white. So to debunk the claim that the color wheel doesn't work, let's take the same colors again, which is red and green. All right, so this does not seem to work or contrast because they have the same color value. Okay, so someone might ask, what is the shade of a color and a tint of a color? So shade simply means adding black to a certain color to dim it down, and tint means adding white. Okay, so pink is a tint of red. So every color scheme that you pick, make sure you break down each color into shades and tints. So over here, both colors are vibrant, highly saturated. This could easily be fixed by just increasing the lightness of one color and decreasing the lightness of the other, okay, so that the color values will vary. So the problem with complementary colors not working is easily fixed by tweaking the color values, okay. So one has to go up and one has to come down, and then they will complement each other perfectly. All right, so here is an example of a flyer using two complementary colors with the same value, intensity and purity. All right, very unpleasant. So this is easily fixed by tweaking the color values, okay. All you have to do is play with the shades of one color, okay.
Nice.
And this design right here could be improved simply by shading down the blue, okay. So this is the after. Any color combination that you choose, the goal is to clarify everything on your design so that it could easily be read by the viewer, which could lead them to taking actions on your design.
Oh my God! Wow!
So let's look at analogous color schemes, which are colors next to each other on the color wheel. So let's take the 12-point color wheel and pick these 3 analogous colors. And using the same color values, we can come up with a design like this. So the shades you see there was already there. It came with the image, okay. So this is what we have if we are using the same color values. Now let's look at what we are looking right now, which is color value. So let's take the same colors, but this time let's split them into shades and tints. And with that, we came up with this harmonious design. So with same color value, we had this, and with different color values, we had this.
Damn!
So the difference is very huge, okay. So here is another one, and this shows the importance of using different color values, okay. So after this tutorial, don't be like other beginners claiming the color wheel doesn't work. It works perfectly fine anytime, any day, only if you know the properties of color, especially color value, okay. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to choose colors for your flyers. All right, so stay tuned and subscribe to this channel, and I'm out. Peace.